One of the very best flyweights in the world. In fact, he may be next. He may be next for Alex Pantoja. He may be the next man to fight for the UFC flyweight title. He is coming off a fantastic win over Steve Erceg back in August. We didn't get a chance to talk to him afterwards. That was during the hiatus. But now here he is, the pride of New Zealand, the one and only Kai France, kind enough to join us on a Thursday morning, a beautiful Thursday morning in New Zealand. Kai, great to see you, my friend. How are you?
Yep, kia ora, bro. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So we've been talking about you a lot over the last 2 weeks or so. The Pantoja win, and then of course Manel Kape mentioning you as well this past weekend. So I figured let's check in with the great Kai France and see where he's at. First things first, can I ask, what did you think of Alex Pantoja's victory a little over a week ago against Kaya Sakura?
Yeah, I thought it was a good fight. I actually didn't watch it live. I was on a holiday in Tahiti with my family, so I was at the beach when the fight was on. I saw the highlights. Obviously saw the result. Saw the finish, and hey, this is everything that I said. They got the wrong Kai.
Yeah.
It's the thing about fighting in the UFC. You got to do it first before you can really show your true potential and give your best performance. The bright lights, the pressure, all of that, you have to do it before you're into a title fight. It's too much to ask. So I knew that was going to play out. I had Pantoja winning before the fight, and I didn't realize he was going to get a submission. I thought he was going to grind out a decision. But yeah, Kai's obviously good. He comes from being a world champion in Japan and Ryzen, and he's fought some great guys and beaten them by devastating knockouts. So no joke. He's definitely someone to watch out for, but I feel like it was too soon for him to get given a title shot. So Pantoja did well. He's a great champion. His biggest strength is his resilience, and he can turn a fight into an ugly brawl, and that's where he thrives. And he always finds a way. So he's done really well as a champion. So nothing but respect. But now, and the way this flyweight division's panning out, there's only one fight that makes sense, and that's me.
Before they went with Sakura and after your win over Steve Erceg, was there any serious talk about you fighting Pantoja next?
I think that fight had already been booked even before me and Steve had fought. So I guess to freshen up the flyweight division, that was already something that the UFC was planning. So regardless of the outcome of me and Steve, that was already in plan. So, hey, Steve was in front of me. When I got asked to fight him, I wanted to fight the guy that just fought for the belt, and that was Steve. And, he obviously went the distance with Pantoja, did really well. And then for me to take him out in the first round, remind everyone who I am and what I can do in this flyweight division just shows that I'm dangerous for anyone. Everyone counts me out all the time. Nothing I'm not used to. But I thrive in that. I thrive in people proving people wrong and proving myself right. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'm in a great place. My career is taking a turn where I had a few injuries, had a few setbacks, but I just had to sit with it. I think that's a big problem with in today. People force things. People want to get back to it straight away, and there's signs that are saying let's just take our time. And taking a year off and then coming back and then making it look easy, that's my job. And to take out Steve in his hometown, landing a left hand, people think I just have a right hand. So just putting myself back in the best position possible, and that's title contention. So the way this flyweight division's working, Moreno's fought Pantoja 3 times, he's lost all 3 times. Royval's lost to Pantoja twice, and Amir, the only guy in front of me, he lost to Moreno and was just outclassed. And everyone knows that I won that fight against Amir, but the judges thought otherwise. But hey, I can only focus on what's in front of me, and that's what I've always done. So I guess in that top 5, it only leaves me at number 4 that hasn't fought Pantoja in the UFC. We're only fought on the Ultimate Fighter. This was 8 years ago, 2016. It was only 2 rounds. We had to cut weight weekend for 7 weeks. So couldn't really show my full potential, but, a lot has happened since then. He's become the world champion. He's done really well in his career, and I've been right behind him. I bring something different to this flyweight division, which is I can finish the fight in any round by knockout, and everyone knows it. And I've got the best the best takedown defense in the UFC flyweight division, and that's a fact. So you put me in front of Pantoja, he's going to find it hard to take me down. Even if he gets my back, I've shown it against Askar Askarov, who couldn't take me down and he couldn't submit me. I did it against Rogerio Bontorin, who tried to choke me out, and I ended up knocking him out in the first round. So these guys can jump on my back. They can try cling on. I'll find a way. I'll get out of it. I'll be calm in the chaos, and then I'll find the target and I'll put them out. So I think in my career right now, you're really starting to see me put that together, and it's exciting.
Considering you're so close, when you heard him call out Demetrius Johnson, what did you think?
Just let the bro retire.
Yeah.
He's done his time. He's done everything in the sport. So there's nothing that is going to bring him back. Money, legacy, all of that. He's done enough. And DJ is one of the GOATs in the UFC and mixed martial arts. So let the man retire and let this division play out how it should be. We're climbing these rankings for a reason. And if we're not using that to, further the flyweight division, then the rankings don't really mean much if we were just going to pull out guys from retirement. I've seen the Henry Cejudo has been talking about it, coming back to flyweight. He hasn't made flyweight in a long time, and he's coming off losses. Same as Davison Figueiredo, he's coming off a loss against Peter Yan. They're fighting at bantamweight, so let them fight at bantamweight, and let the guys that are actually fighting in flyweight, sort it out, sort things out. I know I've had losses against a few guys in that top 5, but it's just panned out in my favor. I'm the only guy that hasn't fought Pantoja in the Ultimate Fighter, and it's the only fight that makes sense. So I know Pantoja's been talking about it. He's been saying it's the only fight that he feels like makes sense as well. And I know the UFC are all about stories, and what better story? 8 years ago, we fought on the Ultimate Fighter. Now we're going to do it again. He can call whenever that is. I heard he was talking about April and potentially his hometown or where his gym is from in Miami. So if that's the case, let's do it. Let's do it in Miami in April.
Yeah, he was on our show last week, and he said that he thought that of all the options out there, if DJ is in fact retired and Figueiredo's a 135-pounder and he had trouble making 125, that of the active flyweights, you're the one that makes the most sense. Your reaction when you heard that, were you surprised that he said that, or did you think like, nah, this is the kind of guy that he is, and of course he's going to say this?
Yeah, no, me and Pantoja have always had a good relationship. Every time we fought on the same cards, I always show respect, and there's no bad blood. It's not like me and Manel that, this guy just loves saying my name and loves to talk, but doesn't like to back it up. He has one good fight in a few years, and he thinks he can coast off that. It's different energy when you know someone that is a down to earth, grounded, and just you can see right through them. That's what Pantoja is. So I know he's the man of his word, and if he's going to say the guy's the next guy, then hey, let's do it. It's perfect time for me, especially right now. That's what's going on in the world, what's going on in my country in New Zealand, Aotearoa New Zealand. It's no better time than now than for especially a Indigenous person that's Māori to be fighting for a world title. And I'm channeling all that energy when I fight next for the belt.
Can you explain to those that may not know what is going on in your corner of the world?
It's just a bit of politics with our government, and a lot of stuff that's going on is, I guess, yeah. There's a lot that goes into this, but I guess being Indigenous and being Māori, there's been a massive hikois going on, which are massive marches that have been going around the country to show their support for sticking up for I guess who was here first in Aotearoa New Zealand, and that was Māori, and then we were colonized by the English, and there's a lot of there was a treaty that was signed back in the day, which was the English version and the Māori version. So there's been a lot of stuff that's been lost in translation, stuff that doesn't make sense in the English version that was put in the Māori version. And there's just stuff that has taken years, hundreds of years to kind of figure out what's equal, I guess. And so just knowing that where we come from and who we're representing, I just know that there's no better time now than to represent my people, and let everyone know where we're from and what we're about, and just tapping into that.
Yeah, and to fly the flag and represent, much respect for that. And so have you heard from the UFC and maybe your management as well? Like, have you guys heard, okay, we're going to go in the direction of you versus Pantoja? Any word?
Nothing's final, but there are, I guess, signs that are saying that it's looking likely, but it's never done until it's on paper. So for me, I'm just focusing on training and you're putting my best foot forward. You can see I'm in Warriors gear. That's the rugby team I coach for wrestling.
Yes.
So we're in our
NZ Warriors, right?
The Warriors. Yeah. We're in our preseason at the moment. So it's our last day today. That's why I've got a bucket hat on. We've just finished running sand dunes. So there's a notorious hill in Auckland. It's at Bethel's Lake, where we pretty much run up this massive sand dune and do hill sprints. So we've been doing that for the last 2 hours this morning. I jump in with the team and just be of service to the team, and it's cool not being the person center of attention. I'm just there to support, and there's a mutual respect there because I'll jump in the trenches as well. So that's what I've been doing this morning. So I've been training, just getting a bit of variety in my trainings, and finishing the year off. So we come back next year. The Warriors have their first game in Las Vegas.
Wow!
So the NRL, which is the competition that the Warriors play in, is playing in Las Vegas at the Raiders Stadium March 1st. So the boys having a massive preseason to get ready for that. They're playing the Canberra Raiders, which is an Aussie team, at the Raiders Stadium, and I should be over there for the game, watching. So that'll be pretty cool to see rugby league playing in Las Vegas in America. Getting a new fan base, trying to educate these Americans on what a tough sport is with no pads, no helmets. That's what rugby league is. It's all about a bit of strategy and just all toughness. So it's an 80-minute game. It's like rugby without the scrums and the stoppages. And you get 6 tackles, and then you can kick the ball on the last, and you got to try to work to get a try. So people that don't know rugby league, it's a physical game, and there's a lot of wrestling involved. That's why they brought me in to kind of help whatever that looks like in technique, and the mindset of fighting. And who better than the flyweight that's got the best takedown defense in the division? I love it.
So are you a part of the staff, or they bring you in just for a few days to help the guys out?
No, I'm a part of the staff.
I love it.
This is a career after fighting, so I'm in it while I'm in my career. Just navigating around my own trainings. But that's what I love about this is I'm not just talking about it. I'm doing it myself. Talking about not hiding behind the team. Being accountable. We have this saying, which is about a waka, which is a canoe. We all have an oar. We all have a part to play, and we have to be in sync. One heartbeat, one team. So, just being of service and that's fulfilling, fills up my cup. Being in this space, and it's only going to help me when I'm in my normal setting, fighting at CKB and training out of our gym.
Does this have anything to do with the 5 a.m. club? Like, are you starting your day at 5 a.m. and then you're going to this training and then you're doing your MMA training? That's an insane day.
Yeah, bit of both. Some days I'll train at 5 myself, and then I'll train the boys at 6:30.
Wow.
Straight to the gym, doing their wrestling. So I'll train 2 groups back to back. Not doing the full training, maybe jumping in halfway through or when I'm needed, and then and then after that go to my own trainings in the afternoon. So just navigating around all of that. That's what I love to do. If I'm still young and still active, why not? And like I said before, this is a career after fighting where I can be a part of a team and just showcase what we can do in martial arts to transfer to rugby league and all the gems that come with high performance sport. And I'm learning on the job, which is awesome. Webby, our coach, the team coach, has really trusted in me to get the best out of the boys. And the best way to do that is to get the buy-in. Where if they're going to do conditioning and sprints and all that running training, I'll jump in as well. So when we're on the mats doing the wrestling, there's that mutual respect there where I'm in the trenches, whatever the training is. So come game day, we can really give our best. And, when I go out and fight, the boys are right behind me. I've got a whole club behind me that are, just supporting me on my journey. And I do the same for them when they go out and play. So it's a pretty cool collab, and it's more like family.
By the way, speaking of your great culture, did your partner recently graduate and receive a diploma, and then there was a ceremony that you were involved in to honor? I might be screwing this up, so I apologize.
No, you're right there. Yep, that's what happened. So my wife, Sade, she graduated her Te Reo course, which is a full year full immersion Te Reo course, which is 9 to 3, Monday to Friday for a whole year. And you can only speak Māori, so no English, and from not knowing pretty much at all to holding a full 1 hour conversation or speech by the end of it. So massive milestone for her and for our whānau. This is knowledge that she's feeding to our kids, and they're going to be fully immersed growing up in Te Reo Māori. And just knowing who they are, I guess, being connected to your culture and where you come from keeps you grounded and allows you to make sense of the world and gives you the right tools to navigate all challenges and obstacles, because our 2.0 would have done that, navigating over, to Aotearoa, New Zealand on a waka, and they've thrived in their culture, and it just allows us to do that. So something I tap into for my fighting is, that warrior spirit is something that's in me. It's in my blood. So, I was born Māori. I didn't choose it. It's just something that's in me. So it's powerful when you can really connect. And you use all that wairoa, which is your energy, and tap into that mana, which is a source of energy to live your best Māori life. So massive milestone for our whānau. Really proud of my wife. And then the journey never ends. It's like martial arts. The more you know, the least you know. So one thing we did there was a haka with me and my brother and our cousins, just to capture the moment. I don't have to. This really embodies what we're doing is supporting her on her journey, and the best way to do that is in haka. So the actions and the kupu, which is the words, really embody, her journey, and just shows how much aroha, love, and support we have for her. And it's just a special token that our culture has to show our respect.
That is beautiful. Well done, and congratulations to her. Perhaps on a less beautiful note, can I ask, what is the issue with you and Manel? What's going on here? And then he wins on Saturday and gets on the microphone and says "F you" to you, to Izzy as well. There's a great video of Izzy eating while watching, and he's like, well, why are you calling me out here? Why are you talking about me? But clearly you're in the same weight class and there's an issue there. What is the problem between the two of you?
The issue is, there's no issue on my part. I don't hold on to any I don't have any negative energy or any beef. It's the way he carries himself. He's a very negative person and very hostile. He's obviously got a lot of issues, a lot of trauma, a lot of insecurities. I don't know, that's what I see when I hear him call my name, and something that happened obviously in Sydney when I pulled out of a fight because I had an injury and I was out for about 1 year. The UFC flew me over to Sydney to be a guest fighter. Obviously, I've got a family to look after. If they're saying, hey, can you come over to Sydney to be a guest fighter? I still want to make some money, even though I'm not fighting, to provide for my family. So that's why I was here. And obviously to support my teammates that are still fighting. So being at the press conference, I was going to be going on stage after to talk to the crowd. And then he sees me and he thinks, look at this guy. He's turned up, pulled out of the fight, but he's here in the crowd, and then he threw a drink bottle at me. He's lucky that my wife wasn't sitting next to me, and it didn't hit her. It hit a chair. It didn't hit anything, luckily, and didn't hurt anyone. But that's the kind of person he is. He doesn't care about anyone else but himself. He's selfish, and he's not going to go far in this world. That's why I'm in the position I am, because I'm putting out good energy into the universe. This guy's all about blaming everyone else. Everyone's against him. Everyone's playing victim, and that's why he's trying to get a reaction out of me, and that's why he's saying my name now. Even though he fought Mokaev, who lost, he got very humbled there, and he still needs to be humbled. So I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. I'm worried about a title fight. That's what I'm looking at. When I win the belt and he's still winning, or if he's doing well in his career, we might meet later on down the track. But for now, he's all just talk. A lot of bark, no bite. You can say all he wants. He's lucky that there was security and cameras on when he talks and when he's really getting pretty physical. But on his own, we saw him backstage by himself. He didn't say anything. He didn't do anything. It's all an act. So I see straight through him. And one day we will fight. It will happen. But for now, I'm worried about a title fight. So that's all my energy's into is Pantoja. I'm bringing a belt back to New Zealand, back to Aotearoa, New Zealand, and that's what I'm putting my energy into.
After his performance, is there any part of you that is concerned that they'll go in his direction for the next title shot as opposed to you?
No, Dana doesn't even like him.
He didn't give him the bonuses.
You can tell. Yeah. I can see the body language, the way that he was talking to him, like, hey, I'm going to come to your house. We're going to sort out this and get a contract. Bro, don't go to his house. You're going to get cut from the UFC.
Yeah.
Just let your fights do the talking, bro. You talk too much. He looks like an idiot. And the way he carries himself, just shows that no respect. And he needs to be taught a lesson. But that will come. Yeah, just wait till your turn. For now, it's my time, and that's what I'm focusing on.
One last one on the division. Were you surprised they didn't re-sign Mokaev?
He's boring. He's boring, bro. Like, this is fighting. It's not wrestling. It's not hugging. Don't pull someone's pants down in the middle of a fight. They're just desperate, and it's just ugly. It's the fight game. If we were trying to wrestle and trying to just do bare minimum to fight or to win a fight, that's what I'd be training in. That's all I'd be doing, wrestling. But no one wants to see that. No one pays all this money to see someone just dry hump someone on the ground, and that's it. There's not much skill in that. There's just holding on. That's it. So I'm not surprised. These Klingons that come into the UFC, they get found out eventually, and if he makes it back.
Oh, I think we lost your audio. Did we lose his audio?
We did. Give us 1 second.
Okay.
Is it back?
Yeah, you're back. You're back. Yep.
You're back. Sorry. Yeah. And then in the Manel fight, these guys are just looking at each other's eyes. The whole before the fight, they're looking like they're going to rip in and tear each other's heads off. And then the fight started. They just stood there, getting lost in each other's eyes. And then one person's pulling his pants down in the second round. Come on, guys! Like that's not fighting. Back it up, and when it's actually you got 15 minutes to do that. So yeah, the thing about Mokaev is another guy that talks a lot and he under delivers. And in the UFC, you got to step up. Me and Steve were on a co-main event on a big card in Perth, and we delivered. That's what the fans came to see. Came to see knockouts, came to see violence. That's why you're on the prelims, because they're scared to put you on a main card because they don't want to have a no-show. Let the fans down, and people pay good money to watch this. So you gotta play the game, and the fight game. It's all about going after it. I think that's why Dana respects me, and we have a good relationship.
Final one, you versus Pantoja, 2 or maybe 1.5. The Ultimate Fighter doesn't really count. Sometime in the spring. What do you feel? What do you reckon? How does it go down?
How's this fight go down? Me and Pantoja, 2025. The energy I'm bringing into this fight camp is going to be next level. I feel like I'm mature. Coming into my mature age where, I'm putting everything together now. I'm more intentional. I'm more focused. I'm more dialed in, more connected, and I've got more to lose. I'm going for everything. I had my chance against Moreno, and second chances don't come around often. So I'm going to take this, and what better time now than to represent my people, my country on that world stage, and go after it, and bring a belt back home to my whānau, my gym, CKB, and my country, Aotearoa, New Zealand. So I'm excited, I'm motivated, and I can't wait to get in there and just see what everything Pantoja brings to the table. I'm expecting a tough fight. I'm expecting a dog fight, but I'll come out on top. Something that I've really pride myself in is my resilience, really staying in it. My whole career has been like that. I've taken losses, I've learned from them. I've had the speed bumps, I've had the highs and lows in this fight game, but I'm still here, I'm still standing, and I still back myself. So put anyone in front of me at flyweight and I'll come out on top.
Well done. Looking forward to it. Thank you for the time, Kai. I really appreciate it. Happy holidays to you and your family, and hopefully for your sake you get that fight in 2025 and we get to see it again.
Awesome, brother. Appreciate your time, Ariel.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. There he is, the great Kai Kara-France. Very likely next. Thanks for watching this video. Hey, before you go, do me a favor, hit that sub button, give us a thumbs up, hit the little bell thingy as well. Leave us a nice comment or two. We appreciate you all very much.